So I think I need to set my dudes to the like priority, but not only weak. Because otherwise they don't attack the boss correctly. At the beginning. I need to do more damage at the start so I can get to the second phase quicker. Get in there, boys. It's fine. Everything's fine. Nothing to worry about. Look at him go, look at him go. Because at the beginning he doesn't react to getting spammed either. It's only after he changes. So I can just spam at the start. Alright, this was way better. Alright, so now he's going lightning. Which means I need to use these guys. Kind of sucks both times you change the element of my tank. The first time he didn't, but the last two times he's gone against my tank. Holy moly, I'm smashing him. Holy moly, I'm smashing him. Oh, that healed out. Oh, he changed again. Now it's my fast dude. He's gonna regret. He's gonna regret changing. He's gonna regret that. Oh my goodness. Dude. That was actually insane. I had a whole minute left. That was crazy. I gotta say, for how simple this seems, it's pretty deep. The fact that I was able to, like, barely change my strategy and end up winning by a minute versus getting smashed, like, it's a pretty mechanically deep minigame. As pretty much all the minigames in this game are.
When I die, will I return to the live stream too? Given what I am?
No. You weren't created by the live stream. We've been over this.
Well, yeah. Why wouldn't you?
Oh.
I mean, sure, you will. We love you, Chadley.
What's that?
A gift Wedge left behind for us. Listen, I want to say thanks. You all being here, it helped.
Oh, we We didn't really do anything.
You're dang right you didn't.
Now that the ruins are fixed, what's next?
Actually, I was wondering if maybe we could join up with you guys?
Nope.
Wait, you can't be serious.
Think about it. We haven't heard Jack from HQ, but these guys are out there making a difference. I know, but... What do you say? We'd be happy to tag along if,
And who the hell said you could? People not willing to die for the cause got no place with us.
I'm sorry. I just thought that...
Your hearts are in the right place. But y'all got a different path to walk. One that's all your own.
Man, I can't eat another bite.
The
I
pizza.
suppose it's time for yours truly to say his piece.
Here it comes, the grand finale.
May the planet guide your words. And keep them brief while she's at it.
So, the five of us here all came together because we wanted to save this planet of ours. Ain't made much money, ain't made a lot of friends either. But the one thing we do have deep in our hearts is a passion. A fire that burns for the cause, that won't stop burning till Shinra goes up in smoke. The road ahead won't be easy, but I ain't stopping. 'Cause
Wedge
even
dying.
if it costs me my life, I'm taking down Shinra and taking back our planet. So if you got the guts, then come with me.
I'm hungry after all, for justice.
I,
You know I'm in.
my man.
Well, if everyone's feeling it, how about we keep things going with another round? Tifa, get me another Cosmo Canyon.
Sure.
Make it 5. Tifa. This isn't what they'd want for us. Now, I'm not saying we should forget about them. No way I ever could. But you and me, we gotta stop living in guilt and regret.
Yeah.
Today's a new day, people. So let's not waste it. Come on, y'all.
Hey, wait! Forgot this. Here.
Forgot this goofy floating thing that you said Wedge gave us. Totally lied. Yeah, so it seems like these cutscenes activate depending on how many you have so far. So you can do... I could have done this one early and I would have still gotten the second cutscene. Or the third cutscene, you know? They're like in order, even if you do these out of order.
Here we go again.
Just give it up. The proto-relic's staying with me.
Ha! Silence! You caught me unawares once, but it will not happen again!
He's so epic.
to reclaim my stolen prize rages evermore. That which you have taken shall be returned.
I could actually fight him finally. The song. I was gonna talk about that cutscene, but I don't want to ruin the moment.
Here we go.
I wish I could assess him, but I can't. Curious pose. Then he pressured himself. He just constantly pressures himself.
Here we go. Gotcha. You're done. Here I come.
A grand did they even do anything? Probably gave him self-bravery.
Confound it! Without the power of Genji, I am outmatched. That blade you wield. Oh, the mere sight of it has kindled in me a covetous desire.
You have a fake one on your back.
Could it be that hunger for weapons brought me hither? Wherefore does the memory elude me? Return what you have stolen! My Genji! Give it back! Curse you! Stand and deliver! Halt, I say.
Let it go.
Not until you return what is mine. Only then shall I rest. Only then shall you know peace, but not until that day.
Boop, beep.
Fascinating. I believe I understand the situation. All this time, he was seeking the proto-relics in order to restore his lost memories and make himself whole.
Guess so.
Wait, so what exactly are the proto-relics?
It is, of course, too early to say anything for certain. But I suspect they may be some manner of
Even this song
armaments
is a
formed
bop.
from matter not normally present in this dimension. If we assume the giant was also from another dimension, then there is a possibility that he was the original owner of the proto-relics.
Wait, so if they are his, does that mean we should give them back?
Given the phenomena he has been able to conjure in this dimension without the proto-relics on hand, I shudder to think what havoc he might wreak were his powers fully restored. It might be prudent for us to gather a bit more information on the proto-relics before we decide to return them. For now, I propose that we retrieve the artifacts and perform a thorough analysis.
I thought there were wedges. Oh, there's a hard mode for Gears and Gambits too. That'll be fun. So yeah, man, that whole thing was awesome, dude. The cutscenes, like I said before, the fact that all of that is a side quest, and like just the volume of cutscenes, like a full cutscene at each part of the thing, plus a final longer cutscene. That moment with Barrett and Tifa was awesome. And then the Proto Relic cutscene on top of that. Like, all of that is all side quest. It's amazing. It really is giving me, like, Forbidden West vibes in terms of how much thought and care are put into the side quests. And the fact that they add to the lore, especially, like, remake lore, but it's not stuff that you need to understand the game. Like, it's an awesome thing. How's it going, Starcat? You wish you could assess him? Don't you have the materia or the earrings duct taped to your loadout? Yeah, but not on Cloud. I have it on UV. No, Aerith. No, UV. I have Assess and First Strike on Yuffie, so as soon as I get into a fight, she can assess things. But I was not expecting to be randomly thrown into a fight with only Cloud. It's still playing the Big Bridge song, but a different one. How many versions of Big Bridge do we have? It's one character. We have like 3 versions of the song. It's crazy. Like any other game would be like, all right, we had Gilgamesh, we give him the Big Bridge. It's like, nope, we have one for the moment where he's fighting. We have one for the moment where you first see him. We have one for the moment afterwards. We have one for a moment when he's just talking. Like, we just have 9 versions of every single song, regardless of how specific it is. Alright, finally time to go to Nibelheim. We got battle at the Big Bridge, chilling at the Big Bridge, talking on the Big Bridge. We got all the big bridges. It's the theme that plays when you fight him in 5. So it is basically his theme.
You rang?
Although, if I remember correctly, it does play more than... Doesn't it play like during a different boss as well in 5? I'm trying to remember. No, maybe not. Maybe it's only when you fight him. Maybe it's only when you fight him. Oh yeah, it plays for like the whole scene, and then when you fight him. But ever since then, it's always been when you fight Gilgamesh, you hear a song. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of, yeah. So like originally, it may or may not have actually really supposed to have been his theme, but ever since then, it's been his theme. Can we see part of the other continent? This mountain's kind of looking like Godzilla. Dude, this is such a nice little touch. Like, you're not even doing anything here, but just you get to see everything from up top. I feel like this was their way of being like, it's not technically a world map, but you can see everything from above before going down to explore. Like, this was such a great little detail. This does so much for the world building, and it probably didn't take them much to, you know, throw this in. Stars fell from my eyes. Man.
I'll see you when I see you.
Is that gonna be a teaser of the Highwind? Where, yeah, in part 3 we can literally just fly around and land places? Oh my god. Could you imagine? Could you imagine the entire world rendered in at once and we can just fly wherever we want to go? Holy moly.
Hey, Sephiroth, wait up.
Bring me the black materia.
Why did he sound like young Cloud there for a second? was it? I didn't have enough time to
okay?
actually look at him to see.
Yeah.
Looks like we're not the only ones headed for Nibelheim.
Huh. Almost like they swung by Cosmo Canyon just so they could lead us here. Sorry, just thinking out loud. Forget about it.
It was weird because he asked for the black materia, but it was Flashback Cloud. Which doesn't make sense, but I don't think it was supposed to make sense. Odin! Ooh, buddy. Time to see if we can fight another summon the moment it appears. We did it with Bahamut, can we do it with Odin? Or are we gonna get smashed? To be fair, Bahamut smashed us, but then we found a way to beat him.
To tell you before, but the terminal's probably gone. Nibelheim burned down 5 years ago.
It did, aye. Not to worry though. The terminal is as snug as a bug in a rug, because Shinra wasn't about to let that facility burn down.
Meaning the reactor?
Well, that's important too, but no.
I'm no expert on Nibelheim, but what I do know is that it's the only lead we have on that materia. So, not much choice.
Yeah. It's this or nothing. We should get going.
I don't know if there was a way to see Nibelheim from up above, but from what I saw, we couldn't see it flying above, which was probably on purpose. So that, you know, we don't know yet that it's still standing. How's it going, Keith? This feels a bit contrived plot-wise. What part? Oh my god, this main theme, battle theme.
Take the wrath of the ninja!
Purple owl. Wow, we can just swim all the way across, huh? Loving the main theme here. And the main theme, battle theme. Why is Nibelheim our only lead when all we're looking for is any Shinra terminal? Well... There was another reason. I thought there was another reason we were coming. Oh yeah, because the guy said Nibelheim. The cloak guy said Nibelheim, and they were like, Nibelheim? And then Kate was like, oh, there'll probably be a thing there also. So, they got 2 reasons to come. Yeah.
Slumbering within the Nebel sanctuaries is Odin, the patron knight of war and death. He rides in from the land of the dead, a striding steed, Sleipnir, claiming the souls of fallen warriors as his own. Or so the stories say.
Whoa, that's really cool looking. Where's this owl taking me? I don't know, I'm ignoring the owl. I'm going to the crystal. Even though I'm not going to use the crystal yet. What in the... Okay. Sure. I'll just fly straight up. Actually scammed. Yeah, this area already looks amazing, and I haven't done anything yet. Somehow it has this distinct feel, even though it's just mountains, like Mount Coral was. But it's different. Sharper, more ominous, more like man-made things going through. This looks like freaking Death Mountain or something. This looks like the spooky mountains in Winnie the Pooh. The skull head. Something.
Nibelheim's not far now.
And the main theme going.
First time back since.
Yep. First time.
Same here. Didn't seem worth coming back till now.
And another
I
owl.
didn't think there was anything to come back to.
Sorry.
It's all right. Lots happened since then.
Okay, I feel like we need the chocobo before we can do any owl things because they're just going crazy. They're just flying all over. I want to get to Chadley. That's what I want to get to. Bum, 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 bum.
Cloud, stay close, would you?
Nah.
I honestly thought
Hey, look, it's a wolf. Oh my god, he's like a cactuar. Dodges everything.
All done.
Yeah, I'm gonna go do the story now. Hey, look, this tower. How do I get to this tower? I got a chocobo my way. Oh, there's the thing. I need a chocobo to do like anything. Alright, where's Nibelheim? Looks like I actually want to go this way. These like winding bridges through the mountains are so cool looking. Would you look at that?
no.
Were they trying to be cute by making the sign look like a fire? Come on, Shinra.
Wait, what? I thought...
Cloud, look at this.
It's a pipe.
It's brand new.
I wonder if they're gonna figure it out. Because in the original, they never figured out. Oh, there you go. So that's totally different.
Don't scare me like that. Thought Cloud might have lost it again. I mean, I thought he got us lost. Because it looks different. So, who do you think rebuilt it?
Shinra.
Never mind all that. We've got a terminal to find.
Yeah, don't worry about Shinra being evil. I'm Cat. Look at cute Cat. Yeah, so that's a big change. The whole point of this part is Cloud walks in and says, "What the heck? and then the whole town, all the townspeople lie, and it's starting to sow the seeds of doubt between Cloud and the party members, so that when we get to North Crater, you know, it all hits a climax where Cloud goes crazy. So, like, part of me doesn't like the fact that they changed this, but I don't think... I mean, we're not getting to North Crater in this game, so maybe they just kind of thought that was too far in the future to start building towards, which I could kind of understand. Yeah, it's... Well, Tifa stays quiet on it, so it's kind of like if you walk in with Tifa, she's just kind of like, if I remember correctly, she's kind of like, that can't be right, but then like doesn't really say much else. So, I mean, as the player, you kind of think to yourself like, how did this happen? Is Cloud actually Mr. Because you have to put yourselves in the shoes of someone playing Final Fantasy VII for the first time, right? When we first played the game, we didn't know if Cloud was lying or not. He could have been lying. So as the player, when we walk in and Nibelheim's built, and the characters are like, Cloud, what the heck? It's here. We as the player don't actually know what's going on, which is a cool effect. It is kind of lost here, but I think in this game, we are kind of... I think we know too much for the game to really have that effect, I guess. I think my only criticism maybe is that why not have us go in and talk to the people first and then figure it out? Why literally say it like the second we walk in? It would have been cool to at least have a little bit of like, how is it here if it was supposed to be burned down? And then at least we like go through and talk to the people and then they like figure it out. Not sure why we had to like literally just say it outright the second we get here. But yeah, no, I do think you're right. Like, I don't think this would have had the same effect if they tried to copy exactly how it happened in the original. Also, there's this big difference between Cloud and the party in this game. In the original, Cloud is like an outcast to the party the entire game. Like, until Lifestream scene, no one believes him, and like he has a hard time believing himself, and they're like worried about Cloud the entire time. And then like it all comes to kind of a climax at the North Crater scene, but also comes to a climax in the Aerith scene, because they're like, Cloud, you almost killed her, like, what are you doing? So like they were building this uncertainty with Cloud so that even as the player, we'd be like, who are we playing as? And then it all, we figure it out. In this game, we're much more buddy-buddy. There's a ton of amazing moments between Cloud and Barret. They're like best friends at this point. Tifa and Cloud are also closer. They're not continually doubting each other. They're having arguments, but then getting back together, so like they're closer. So there's a lot less like negative party interactions in this than there was in the original. So I think they're following that as well. You know, instead of Barret being like, I don't know, Cloud, you lying to us? He's more like, almost to the point where he doesn't even want to upset him. And he's like, you know, like he almost said, we didn't want you to go crazy again, and then we didn't say it. So it's a complete reversal from the original. And like I said before, I think it works here because the games are so much longer that we want the characters to interact in a positive way more. The game would be really frustrating if for 3 games or like 2.5 games we had to listen to Cloud just being a jerk for 2.5 games, you know? So I think this works better. I do still think we could have at least walked in before learning the secret, but hey.
This is, let me guess, here to visit someone? This is where they...
mobs out here.
Yeah. And look. Locals. Only they aren't quite the same, are they?
Hello there. Can I help you?
Greetings, good sir. I am a proud employee of Shinra Resorts. And since I was nearby, I thought I might pop in and check something on the company database.
And your companions?
Oh, them? They're...
I used to live here until, you know.
Well, I think they're still Shinra employees.
I see. And are you aware of what Nibelheim is now?
Nope. No idea.
Or at least they were planted here by
5 years
Shinra.
ago, Shinra assumed direct control over this village. It now serves as a treatment center for Mako poisoning. All property rights have been transferred. If that's why you're here, contact Special Facilities at corporate. They'll be able to help.
Yeah, I mean, they are still
Very
employees.
helpful. Thank you, sir. Ah, but the database. I'll not be a wee minute.
I'm sure you're eager to see your hometown, but please, don't stay too long.
I do like that it's a treatment center, though. That makes more sense than them just randomly living here and covering the conspiracy. New Queen's Blood.
There's nothing here, you know.
Being a caretaker isn't easy.
Yeah, and they're open about it. They're not, like, lying to us. The Chocobo Sage. Is he going to be the actual Chocobo Sage or just some guy?
No need to wear yourself out.
The services we provide.
Now that makes sense. That makes sense as to why they didn't keep it a secret until we at least walked in, because they're not lying. They're just open about it. So, now it makes sense. Yeah, wouldn't have made sense for us to walk in and then immediately them just tell us, you know. So, yeah, I mean, I think this is just kind of a necessary evil. I think that it could have worked to have this all be a secret and have the party kind of doubt Cloud and Tifa. But again, we're just way too close. We've gone through too much together. Cloud and Barrett are too close for Barrett to truly distrust him at this point. So, yeah, it's just, well, no, it's not about us knowing. This is still its own game. We still have to play it as if it's a game. And people are going to play this that never played the original, and they want it to be approachable by people who've never played the original. But I think they approached this scene and they said, because of all the things that Barrett and Cloud have been through up to this point, it's not believable that Barrett would actually get mad at Cloud and be like, you lying to me? You told me it was burned down. Like, it's just not believable given the character development up to this point. So I think that's why they changed it. And then also, the Shinra living here covering up the town doesn't really make a lot of sense. So changing it to them being like open about it and just being like, yeah, it's a treatment center makes more sense in the grand scheme of things anyways. Well, okay, so I was thinking about this actually, because I was thinking, like, how is the party so okay with Cloud and how crazy he goes? Like, I know that they know that it's Sephiroth doing it, but it is still kind of wild how much Cloud gets away with. But I was thinking about it, and I think they didn't see Cloud do it. I don't think the party saw Cloud push Tifa off the edge. And I don't think they ever explain it. Cloud says to Tifa, what kind of friend am I pushing you into the Mako? But once they get back to the party, they never say it. So I think that's why. Yeah. So that's why. Still, they let him get away with a lot, to be honest, but they did not see him do the worst thing that he did so far, which is push Tifa in the Mako, so. Yeah, because I was thinking about that too. I was like, man, they're really they're really trusting Cloud here, but oh my god, some Shinra guy talking to himself.
You
Turner.
You don't happen to be a card player, do you? It's no use denying it. You're slacking off because you want to play Queen's Blood. Because you're just like me. I won't tell if you won't. Comrade. The name's Turner. The top truant. I say, screw working. I'm all about playing hooky. You'd be hard-pressed to find anyone who's better at it than me. I don't give a damn about demotions. Prepare yourself.
I kind of want to put this guy in. He's freaking nuts. But who do I take out? I think I take out Terror. He's not really useful. I think I need to take this guy out too. I'm not really a big fan of him. That's not really where I wanted him to play. Wow, I discarded this guy and he came right back up. Bah. Yeah, I'm letting him get too much of the board. I think this is a big L. I let him carry too much of the board. Well, that was... we're not out of this yet. Ooh. This kind of sucks because I'm getting rid of a 6, but that's a big position play. Big position play. I can blow up his backline with this. Granted, probably a bad play there because that actually buffs his backline. Yeah, shouldn't have done that. See where it goes though. Let's see. Man, I really want to like... I want to get this to 3, but there's no way it's going to happen. Oh my god, it's going to happen. Now here's the question. Do I blast his line with Malboro? Or do I play No, I gotta blast his line with Malboro. Oh my god, this thing's gonna... this thing's gonna be worth like 1,000,000 points, though. Let's go in Beazle. Oh my god, I get 2 spots, though. That sucks. Dang, dude, what a game. This deck is crazy. Like, it's just so much fun, because, like, you never know what's gonna happen. I might have to throw this guy in the deck. Oh, he's got sweet diagonals, too. I think I'm gonna throw him in instead of that one dude.
When I entered contests on the clock, I always won. Wait, could you be more of a slacker than me?
Oh, I'm the ultimate
I devote
slacker.
all my time outside of roll calls specifically to playing Queen's Blood. Oh, I see. You're unemployed, living the dream.
Yo, thanks, Clipless.
No, that's
Appreciate you, man.
business. You're a bigger fish. That's all. It was an honor to have played with you. I hope I'll have another chance someday.
No one here but a Shinra employees.
Then can I at least get... Unfortunately, we're not in a position
An iPad?
to assist travelers.
Yo, nice iPad.
To ask you to leave.
I'm about to ask you to shut up. Got him, guys. Where's my other card player?
Being a caretaker isn't easy.
And/or Chadley. I think I'm gonna wait on Odin because we only have 30 minutes left.
So that's Mount.
Odin could be our
What a
first
pleasant surprise.
thing
Say,
next week,
why don't you
or
and
Friday
those other
rather.
folks pose for a photo?
What was that pose?
Today's target is none other than Mount Nebel. No other natural formation can inspire so much dread. Just looking at it gives me goosebumps. Gonna get some shots around town too. Not every day I visit Nibelheim. If you find a place worth shooting, give me a holler. So that's Mount Nebel. It cuts a rather stern and imposing figure. The ragged ridges.
Looks like the reactor's not too far. Hey, Cloud, ever been up there before?
Yeah.
Oh? Then give me the skinny. What was it like? Was there buttloads of Mako? What about, say, materia?
Come to think of it, nope.
Yep. Some of them even form naturally.
No way! Naturally? Oh man, you got my mouth watering!
Okay, don't do that.
Question. This always been here?
Yeah.
It totally screams, climb me, doesn't it? So, let's give the poor thing what it wants and see the sights.
Don't just...
She's out. She is gone. Oh, she did the thing.
To look at this place, you'd never know.
Optional conversation, by the way.
Yeah.
Literally music I haven't heard playing yet.
So, which one's your house?
That one.
Aw, looks cozy. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that.
Nah, don't worry about it. It's all new to you. That building right there is the inn, where I stayed 5 years ago. You got the town hall, the general store, and that there, Tifa's house.
Tifa and Aerith, man.
So let me guess. This is where you kept a lookout.
Yeah, I used to stare into her window all the time.
Come on, you never came up here hoping she'd wave?
Probably. Sounds like something I'd do.
If I was in your shoes,
changed.
I would have been up here all the time.
I'm gonna head down.
Think I'm good where I am. I'll see you later.
I don't think I've ever seen a character like put down and pick up his weapon as much as Cloud does. Which goes to show how detailed the cutscenes are, because he has to in order to sit down. Instead of just having it clip through everything all the time. But it's just funny that they like took the time to animate him putting his sword down in like every single cutscene. Because he has to.
You used to live here a long time ago, right? We'd appreciate it if you didn't cause us any trouble.
Yeah, it's a magnet that holds it. Or at least that's supposed to be the lore. Deplete the vengeance gauge to increase allies' ATB. Now we're talking. That thing looks sweet, too. Weird that these are at the general store. Landmines. Cool that specifically increases stagger. Barbados bracelet. Cods. All about those cods.
This isn't your home anymore. Remember that, all right?
Hey, you want to shut up? Lady? Chill. There. Am I blind? Where's that machine?
Another 6 months and I'm out of here.
It's like in the corner?
I can end on a high note.
Oh, yeah.
To be honest, sometimes I wonder if it'd be kinder to just put them out of
The Nidhogg Hotel. What the? Spooky.
They're everywhere you look. You don't really think that all these guys decided to get up and shuffle over here of their own accord, do you? Course not. This is Shinra's doing. First, they raise a whole village because it suits them. Then they build a fake one right on top of it. We can't let those corporate bastards keep getting away with this shit. We gotta do something, right?
I just want to know what they're rounding them up for.
The hell if I know. Nothing good, though.
So you still got the Ruby poster? Good thing they replaced that. Spooky.
volunteer you want to see? Maybe a girlfriend? Speaking of which, I'll bet you're dying to hear about mine. Am I right? What? Not interested? I'm gonna tell you anyway. She's real pretty. No, beautiful. Kinda depends on the angle. She's just great to be around. She from Midgard? Yep, real city mouse.
Zack. Zack Fair. From Gungaga. Head over heels for Aerith. We fought together as soldiers. You were here with me 5 years ago. You came with me on the mission. Where are you? What happened to you?
Man, that's wild. That's another huge change. In the original, we ain't even saying the name Zack till way later. Granted, you know, Zack's a lot bigger of the story now. But Cloud certainly didn't even know the name Zack until 3/4 of the way through the live stream scene. So, well, no, it has nothing to do with a different timeline. It's lit like, that's just, the story is different. He had no idea who Zack was till Tifa literally told her. In fact, Tifa literally had to say the name, or no, she didn't have to say the name. She had to like show him Zack and be like, that wasn't you. Who was that? And then he finally remembered the name. So that's very different. And this has a lot of repercussions. Yeah, he hears the name from like Aerith, but he just says like, I have no idea who that is. Like literally doesn't even like, he's just like, I've never heard that name. But yeah, this has a lot of repercussions for the story because it doesn't feel like they're going down the original path of it's weird, man. I don't know. It doesn't feel like we're going down the original path of like Cloud has become Zack. And therefore, his mind is completely blanked on Zack. But we are going down that route. Because we've seen him act like Zack, and we've seen the little Easter eggs of, like, Cloud doing the squats and, like, everything. So, like, that is the story we're telling. But it feels like either A, we're not really telling that story, or B, Cloud just kind of learns the truth quicker or over time instead of it happening all at once. Right, like Cloud is appearing sooner, I guess, and like slowly over time instead of it literally being Zack Cloud all the way up until live stream scene, which again makes sense because it's a longer experience. Oh my god. Holy moly. X with the 25 gifted subs in the chat. Holy moly. And Zerochi as well with 2 gifted subs. Thank you guys so much. Already halfway to 800. Thank you so much. That is incredibly generous. Thank you. Yeah, like it it makes sense because the games are longer and we're with these characters longer, and it just makes sense to tell it slowly over time instead of it hitting, you know, right at the moment it hits. But I also feel like that does ruin a bit of the original shock value. But, I mean, I don't know. I guess it's not really believable that people would not get it, you know, over the 15 years it takes for them to make this trilogy. You know? Like, in the original game, you could sit down and beat it in 30 hours, you know? So it's believable that you would start the game and by the end of it not have come up to the conclusion that Cloud is that Cloud, and or maybe you're kind of thinking that way, but you're not 100% sure, or you haven't, you know, connected all the dots yet. But here, because it's such a long series and we're waiting multiple years for the next part, it just doesn't make as much sense to hold like a elephant for that long, you know? What I'm trying to say is holding an elephant for 15 years is really difficult. You see what I'm saying? Physically, it's very difficult to hold an elephant in your hands for 15 years. So it makes sense, you know? They're very heavy. I mean, they're very big creatures. So, with that said, yeah, no, it does make sense. It does make a lot of sense. I'm just kind of curious. Source? So I'm just curious where we go with this. How do we make the Zack Cloud moment, how do we make the live stream moment hit the same way it hit in the original when it's taken us so long to get there and we're doing more of a slow build instead of it being a gotcha moment, right? So I hope they've taken this into consideration. I hope they've thought, like, how do we make it hit in the same way, given that it's a slow build instead of a shocking moment? Which I'm sure they have thought of it. And we'll see in the third game, you know, how they approach it. We'll just have to wait and see. But it should be mentioned that, you know, it'll be different. It'll be very different. Putting that to the side, I did really like that scene. It was good. Cloud's reactions were good. The music was really good. It was a cool scene. Regardless of later story implications, that was a cool scene. I missed something up here. Hey, Death, it's been impossible for me to keep up with your progress due to work, but I wanted to show my support for you in the community. Thank you so much, Axeman. Seriously, you have no idea how much it helps. I don't like to talk about money stuff, so I'll leave it at that. But seriously, it helps so much, both with me personally and my family, as well as everything we do here at 4-8. So thank you so much, man. Thank you. Cannot thank you enough. Yeah, maybe the Zack Cloud moment will be an unskippable minigame where we have to play soccer with Zack and Sephiroth, and whoever gets the most goals gets to be the new Zack. I like this plan. Wait, let's all write this down and send it to Square Enix. I think that a squat competition between Zack, Cloud, and Sephiroth, and whoever wins gets Aerith. That would all. And Jules is there also. Whatever. Oh. The way the theme hits when you open the door. I'm gonna... I don't even think this is a hot take. This game might have the greatest sound design of all time. I'm dead serious. It feels like every single thing we do, the music is perfectly timed to hit. Like everything, every single cutscene, every single action I do, it's like it's perfectly designed to hit the right part of the soundtrack right when someone's saying something important or you're doing something. It just always hits, man. Not to mention there's 97 versions of every song. But even past that, like, it's just the actual sound design is unbelievable. regardless of what the music is that's actually playing, the way they use it. I think we could put the Bubsy 3D soundtrack in here and it would still sound great just because they've utilized it so well. They just know exactly when to play what, and it's just amazing. It really is. It's genius. Okay, maybe the Bubsy 3D soundtrack is a bit of an exaggeration. You get what I'm saying, okay? You understand what I'm putting down. All right, it's looking like story stuff from here. So why don't we stop here? That way we can do the story stuff and then Queen's Blood stuff next time. Man, and imagine like, not to. I mean, you know me and how much I love OG music. Stuff like Mega Man and Metroid and Mario and etc. and Sonic and etc. But looking back in the day when music was literally just a background thing to get you in the mood or whatever, to nowadays where every single note of every single song is planned, we've come a long way, man. It used to be boops and bops, and now we got entire orchestras traveling the world playing the music in like a 7-disc OST. It's just amazing. Yeah, I mean, you know how much I love the original Final Fantasy VII soundtrack, and not just the music but the sound design. I've been on record before saying I think Final Fantasy VII has the best OST in terms of putting you in the mood of each scene. I contribute that more to Amatsu's design of the songs itself rather than the sound design. But there are some really special sound design moments. Certain places where the music is muffled or slowly fades out. The moment with the climax of the game where Cloud takes off the helmet and it hits that note of the main theme. There are many like really cool moments with the sound design, but I attribute it more to somebody walked up to Amatsu and was like, all right, we need music for the mining town, you know, and then he just hits you with this song that like encapsulates all the feelings and emotions that all the characters are going through at that moment. Like, that's what's truly incredible about the original game, is somehow, some way, he was able to basically implement the character design into the music, which is just like insane. Like, I want to say it had never been done before, but it had been done before. It was done by him in Final Fantasy VI, but like, there's just something so amazing about how he doesn't just make music that fits the area, it fits what we should be feeling at that moment. You walk into Mount Nibel, or you walk into Mount Coral, and you've just been through this crazy epic craziness with Junon and then the goofiness of Costa del Sol, and you're kind of at this lull in the action before you get to Barrett and learn about his story. And it's just this beautiful moment of like being with the party and exploring the area, and the music just hits that emotion perfectly. And so like, and it's so amazing that this soundtrack that we're saying is possibly the greatest sound design of all time is those original music. It is those original feelings and emotions put into those songs, just played in a different way, but it's still the same songs at their core. You know, that's how amazing that original music was. Is we could take that and just, you know, give it a bigger, produce it more production, but it still has those same emotions. We can still go to Shinra HQ and hear the Trail of Blood music, and it gives us that same exact emotion that the original Trail of Blood gave us in the same exact way. even though it's a new version of it. It's pretty incredible. And not only that, but some of the designs of the songs were similar. For example, One Winged Angel. The new version of One Winged Angel, he created in a similar fashion to the original One Winged Angel, where he made it in a very different way than he normally makes music, and basically made separate songs and put them together rather than making one cohesive song. He did the same thing with the new version, and it has that same effect as the old version had, where it feels like this bombastic, epic, like free bird feeling. It's like this never-ending, like, orchestra of different movements and stuff. So, yeah, man, it's like they really couldn't have done the sound design better, both from a how the music is designed aspect and how the music sounds aspect, and then on top of that, the way it's implemented. Those the great trinity of how it sounds, how it was created, and how it's implemented are all 10 out of 10. So I wouldn't be surprised if a couple years down the road I'm still saying this is the greatest sounding game I've ever played. I would not be surprised. And hey, Final Fantasy 16 won Best Soundtrack last year. Rebirth winning Best Soundtrack this year. Put it down now, Game Awards. You already got your winner. Don't even worry. Don't even worry about it. So, yeah. Anyways, that'll be the end of the Let's Play for today. Let's say goodbye to YouTube. YouTube, thank you so much for watching Let's Play Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. What an amazing journey it's already been. Yeah, man. I cannot describe to you my appreciation for all of you going through this journey with me and enjoying the game with me. So just thank you. Just really, seriously, thank you so much for being a part. And I will see you in the next episodes of Let's Play Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. We'll see you there. Peace.